it's freezing out here. So I don't have to females who have white privilege, pretty privilege, or some kind of financial agreement or situation that they don't have to work or whatever. So in my ass, I'm like, I wonder if like I'm around currently, they believe in me and they wholeheartedly want to work with me as a team. And I feel that sometimes when you work hard and you're a feminine person, sometimes you just gotta take your nipple off, you feel me? Wear like your not be months. There was a time where I was reading like 6 to 10 books a week. So, you know, I might not have gone to Harvard or Yale, but, I'm definitely not a step above dog shit the way certain men treat women. And, my experiences with this started with in the workplace 15, and I've been doing the same type of job that I went to and took, serve safe and hospitalities for, and trained and worked around these type of beaches, bars, hotels, clubs, restaurants, pizzerias, country clubs, yacht clubs, even Dunkin' Donuts I'll throw in there because it's a franchise and it's corporate, and you feel me, they don't take no for an answer, and the customer is gonna come first when you work for a franchise or a corporation. So the whole point of me going live is this: I don't care if you can't see me, you could definitely hear me. And a lot of people know my voice and like my voice. And, I think because men hear me talk, they think that I'm very immature, childish, weird. I don't really know what, but I'm not going to put bass in my voice and make myself more masculine just for men to respect me, because I'm not a dyke, I'm not a gay bitch. No disrespect to the trans or gay community. I am a female. I embrace the fact that I'm heterosexual and I could still do tasks that men do. Now, I'm not a construction worker. I can't carry a fucking refrigerator on my back, but I'm not no little snowflake pansy fairy who fucking, whatever. So I can definitely read minds of people that I'm around, depending upon their familiarity with things that I'm interested in and the amount of time I'm around them. If I'm just quiet and I pay attention to their body language, I can definitely develop an understanding for their thoughts and their patterns, the way that they move, their mannerisms, their characteristics, in a very, very short time. And people with serious injuries like death, etc. Apparently, this is like Elon Musk's big project. However, those of us who take the time out of our day to fix our defects and like read and write and like try to improve ourselves regularly, primarily in the recovery community. What I mean by that is, anybody who's indulged in any type of substance, sex, food, gambling, even if you're not a full-blown junkie, methadone, or like you're on any psychotics, I feel 75% of adults are in denial when it comes to mental health crisis and what the government in the United States of America, starting with New York, is gonna do is, like, there are over 800 empty prisons in the United States of America. It's public information. And, like, the world is starting to wake up to the bullshit. So, little by little, authorities are gonna start locking people up against their fucking will. And they already doing it to the homeless people in New York City. They putting people away for basically being homeless. And what they're doing is they're weeding out the population based on finances. They're pinning people against each other based on race. They're using politics to divide and conquer. And it's working. It's working in businesses. It's working in schools. It's working on social media. And I will not participate in this bullshit, okay? I will not be getting the mark of the beast, just like I did not get the shot. And, you know, I see the direction that our world is headed in, and I've had a lot of dreams and premonitions through prayer and meditation. I'm not a psychic, but I regularly improve my conscious contact with the God of my understanding. And Cat Williams, as well as Orlando Brown, have done a really great job of speaking out on the demonic, satanic rituals that the occult, that the, Masonic, just Satan worshippers, Baphomet lovers, and just the fucking shape-shifting hybrid human reptilian clones that, our government has been using to brainwash people. I feel that, these self-driving cars will be utilized very, very soon. From what I understand, they are going to somehow trap human beings in these cars and basically drive to a unknown, desolate destination to where, like, they lock you in that motherfucker and then pull up at one of these fucking 800 empty FEMA camps. The deep state and all that shit, when I was, like, dibbing and dabbling in different substances and, really trying to understand life, I felt a lot smarter, and that I was able to open different doors, different portals, and, explore different dimensions. And anybody who sleeps a good 8, 10, 12 hours at night and remembers their dreams or studies them, writes them down, like, your sleep is the cousin to death. And when you go to sleep, a lot of Muslims even believe, your soul travels. And I believe astral projecting and OBEs are real because I've had near-death experiences and out-of-body experiences. And I know with certainty heaven and hell are real. And I know from personal experience that when you pass away, you're judged based on your intent. Nothing else matters but your intent. So a lot of you folks who are out here gossiping about, whoever, looking however, acting whatever, wearing whatever, it's not that you're not gonna go to heaven for gossip. Like, if you're in Walmart and you're starving and you steal a pack of hot dogs and God let you get away with it, say like you die on your way home, he's gonna look at the fact that you were hungry, you didn't take a steak, you didn't take much more than you needed to survive, and that's that. And a lot of you folks are not understanding that, like, when I pray, when I meditate, when I do research, when I write, and I do like automatic writing, God put on my heart that basically, like, when, like, for example, when we have like some, hello, good, some, hello, like history, and they talk about flooding or the maps, and you see how the English language and other languages have transformed to the words that we use now. Like, for example, a car, like they call a car, but you wouldn't, like whoever made that up. You call it a car because that's what you are taught to call it. And throughout life and throughout history, grammar, everything has changed. It's the same thing with our earth. It's the same thing with, like, we have a whole history behind us that was, like, we all know now due to TikTok, due to YouTube, due to word of mouth, that, you know, the constellations match up to pyramids and this and that. And, you know, society was extremely advanced at one time, and we were using parts of our brain that we don't use now. And I think a lot of folks don't understand that the inventions that we are seeing as Americans right now, that we believe to be so new and so advanced, the technology available, like the 1% and the elite, they have exchanged human DNA for technology far before now. So I just don't understand, with all the information at our fingertips and all the opportunity to advance spiritually and, like, to financially get ahead, if all of us at the bottom or middle, you know, the other 99% would work together, our world would be a heaven on earth. But it's hellish because everybody's hearts are so dark, and, like, the devil is using humans to do his work. And what people fail to realize in 2022, moving into 2023, is that the devil cannot force you to do anything. Demons can try to coerce you and fill you with anger, hate, jealousy, to be gluttonous, to overindulge, and, you know, heavier set people, very heavy people, they are emotionally weak. So are hoarders, so are drug addicts, alcoholics. Every single person has their weakness, but if you're trying to drink water and you're trying to not overindulge and to be physically fit and to challenge yourself mentally and to push yourself to the limits for money, you're ahead of your time. If you ever look at interviews of like Tupac and shit, he was hella ahead of his time. Music is a huge part of a lot of the hate. And I love hip hop too, okay? But I'm not gonna sit here and expose myself to 808 drums until I get into a trance of demonic energy. Like, all that shit that happened at Astro World, that's facts, bro. That's not conspiracy, you feel me? And there are a lot of witches and a lot of warlocks in Hollywood, and we all know this. But due to the internet exposing people making regular ass motherfuckers slaves to like trying to be rich and famous, but they're not gonna succeed because like the world stage is using now regular folks as puppets, just like Joe Biden. And y'all be so pressed for attention, and y'all be so pressed for clout, and y'all be so pressed for $1, and y'all be so desperate, you feel me? You'll sign any deal with that devil to get ahead. And you know, God, he might not be able to swoop down right now and pay all your bills, but all Americans, New Jerseyans, Californians, wherever the fuck you live, New Yorkers, who work like 2 jobs or minimum wage jobs, or, you know what I'm saying, struggle a little bit here and there, paycheck to pay. You have the option to restore faith in humankind. It takes nothing to this and to respect one another and show love and spread love. You don't have to be overly phony or fake, because that in itself is another way that you're just faking it till you make it. And like, I'm no expert, okay? I'm no, like, life coach. I've been through my shit and I learned from, and I have a lot of wisdom behind me. However, I'm not boasting or bragging or preaching. I am just letting motherfuckers know that follow me, who have grew up with me, who might have worked with me at a job here or there. Like, every single person who's ever met me has said I'm different, I'm unique, I'm gifted, I'm this, I'm that, I'm talented. And they're like, what's the secret? Oh, like, weird shit. Just a regular waitress from New Jersey who's had a fucking terrible life, dealt a terrible hand of cards, and figuring it out day by day, day to day, like minute by minute. And that's what y'all need to understand. Love you.